Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today we continue south on US Highway 61, beginning as we leave the city of Morley in Scott County, Missouri. The road here is called North Main Street, as it was through Morley and will remain so through the city of Sikeston, which is just a few miles down the road. We also continue our concurrency with the Great River Road, even though we've strayed quite a distance from the river here, and there are better candidates for that route. We enter the city of Sikeston, just north of the Missouri Boot Heel, although some locals consider the city to be part of it. Sikeston is roughly halfway between St. Louis and Memphis, and is 3 hours west of Nashville, Tennessee. The city of Sikeston was founded in 1860 by John Sykes, and had a population of 16,291 by the 2020 census. The first explorers and settlers came to a region of cypress swamps and forested prairies. In 1541, Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto may have stood upon the Sikeston Ridge, although some historical references dispute this, believing that he traveled further south than Sikeston. The area was claimed by the French as part of La Louisiane, and they ceded it in 1763 to the Spanish after being defeated by Britain in the 7 Years' War. In 1789, by order of the King of Spain, an overland route was laid out to connect the cities of St. Louis and New Orleans. This frontier road was known as El Camino Real, or King's Highway. In 1803, the United States acquired this area under the Louisiana Purchase. More Americans began to settle west of the river. The land for the city of Sikeston was first owned by Frenchman Francis Paquette. In 1829, the city site was acquired by the Stallcup family. In 1859, city founder John Sykes, who had married into the Stallcup family, gained control of the land. In April 1860, he had the city platted in anticipation of the completion of the Cairo and Fulton Railroad, which would intersect with the Kings Highway. Kings Highway, spelled out as a single word, as we've seen in other cities along US-61, serves as the main north-south thoroughfare through Sikeston, even more so than US-61, which is called Main Street. At one time, Kings Highway carried the US-61 business designation, although it doesn't appear to be signed as such as of the filming of this video. Although Sikeston was a small village during the Civil War, its position at the railroad and highway intersection gave it strategic significance. At the beginning of the 20th century, the Little River Drainage District was formed to reclaim the land. This was the world's largest drainage project, moving more earth than completed during the construction of the Panama Canal. During the First World War, an infantry company was organized in Sikeston on August 25, 1917 until the spring of 1919. Company K became part of the 140th Infantry, 70th Brigade, U.S. 35th Infantry Division, and fought in the Meuse-Argonne Offensive. It also served as part of the occupation force of Europe. The Sikeston Memorial Municipal Airport was built in the 1930s, opening in July 1934. From 1940 until 1944, it was known as Harvey Parks Airport. Long barrack-style buildings were constructed to hold the Missouri Institute of Aeronautics, established after General Hap Arnold asked flight training operations to triple their enrollments. The first U.S. Army Air Corps inspection officials arrived in July 1940, with the first flight check cadet arriving that September. In June 1940, a home at West Gladys and New Madrid Streets were transformed into a district infirmary in coordination with the building of the new air barracks. World War II flying aces Robert S. Johnson and Harold E. Comstock trained at this location. The original gated entrance to Harvey Parks Airport now serves as the entrance to the city's Veterans Park. During World War II, local National Guard Unit Company K was assigned to the Western Defense Command in California. Sikeston area students helped raise money to have 3 B-25 bombers named the Spirit of Sikeston, the Sikeston Bulldog, and one other. These 3 planes were supposedly used in the Doolittle raid, during which they went down and are at the bottom of the Pacific between Japan and China. The local International Shoe Company factory had a contract for a major shoe order for the U.S. Army during the war. Today, Sikeston is home to the Missouri National Guard Unit Company C, restructured from an engineering unit to a detachment of the 1221st Transportation Company headquartered in Dexter, Missouri. At this junction with East Malone Street, U.S. Highway 62 comes in from the left and turns south to run concurrent with US-61. On the right is Missouri Route 114, which terminates here, but US 60 Business also comes in and turns south to form a concurrency that includes 3 US highway numbers in sequence of 60, 61, and 62, a rare if not unique occurrence in the United States. This is also where North Main becomes South Main. Sikeston has long been associated with country music. Some performers at the local J.C. Rodeo have included Kenny Rogers in 1977 and Loretta Lynn in 1983, with Charlie Daniels and Lee Greenwood performing multiple times. Upon his visit, Kenny Rogers donated an Arabian stallion to be auctioned off to bring money to the local Cerebral Palsy Center, which in appreciation changed its name to the Kenny Rogers Children's Center. We enter New Madrid County, remaining in the city of Sikeston. New Madrid County was organized in 1812 and named after the Nuevo Madrid district located in the region during Spanish rule. The pronunciation at some point was anglicized to New Madrid. The county includes a large part of the New Madrid Fault that produced the 1811-1812 New Madrid earthquakes. This zone remains geologically active and had continued to produce smaller earthquakes with some frequency. More on that in the next video. Here, US-61 intersects with US Highway 60 and the US-60 business route ends. US-60 is the future corridor of an extension of Interstate 57, which currently ends at I-55 just to the east. I-57 is planned to eventually reach Little Rock, Arkansas along the current routes of US-60 and US-67. We conclude today's video as we leave the city of Sikeston. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.